subscribe our channel, like and don't forget to press the bell icon.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Let's discuss some points from the previous lecture. The first one is what is a computer and how it works. As you all know, computer is an electronic general purpose programmable machine that takes input data through input devices, process that data according to the given instructions, store the results for future use, and display results on output devices. Mark 1. Mark 1 was invented by Howard Aiken in 1944. Mark 1 has the capability of adding 3 numbers having 8 digits in 1 second. If we talk about its size was about 50 feet long, 8 feet high, and it has the weight of 5 ton, which means 5,000 kilograms, and it used 3,000 electric switches because its size was so big. In this video, you will be able to learn about different generations of computer, and let's start with the first generation of computer. The time duration for the first generation of computer was 1942 1956. All the computers that were developed that time were known as first generation of computer because they all were using the same technology of that time. The technology that was used in those computers, vacuum tubes were used in first generation of computers. Here is the picture of vacuum tubes, how it looked like. The next one was the only way to give instructions or enter data into the computer was through punch cards, and the results were displayed on the page or paper through electric typewriter, and machine language was used in first generation of computer. Machine language means zeros and ones, and it is the only language that is directly understandable by the computer, and it's very difficult for human to understand and to interpret. The next one is first generation of computers were so big and their size was about entire room or maybe more. They consumed a lot of power because their size was so big, and they produced a lot of heat. They were very slow and they had very small storage capacity, means if you want to store a large amount of data, that was not possible in those computers. They were very costly. Everyone was not able to buy those computers and use them, and those computers were unreliable. How? The vacuum tubes burnt out very often, and it was very difficult to repair them and maintain them. Second generation of computers. The duration for second generation of computer was 1956 to 1963. Vacuum tubes were replaced with transistors. In second generation, vacuum tubes were not used because those were unreliable, so transistors were developed and transistors were used in second generation of computer. Here is a diagram for some transistors. Input was based on punch cards as it was being used in first generation of computer. Output was displayed through printer. In first generation we were using electric typewriter, and now we are using through printers. Magnetic tapes and magnetic discs were used for storage. In first generation of computers, vacuum tubes were storing the data, but now they have separated the storage, and magnetic tapes and magnetic discs were used in for storage. The language that was being used in second generation computer was assembly language, and they also introduced 2 high level languages, which were COBOL and Fortran. In first generation computer, we were using machine language. Due to transistors, the new invention, the size of computer become smaller, their speed and memory capacity was improved, means they were much faster as compared to the first generation, and their storage capacity was larger as compared to the first generation of computer. Obviously, we had the vacuum tubes were replaced by transistors. That's why the second generation computers consumed less power and they became more reliable and cheaper. Third generation of computer. The time duration for third generation of computer was 1963 to 1971, and in this generation IC chips were developed and those were used instead of transistors. Single IC chips increased the speed of computer and decreased the size of computer as compared to the second and first generation of computer. Here is the diagram for IC chip. Monitors and keyboard was used in this computer. Monitor was used as output device and keyboard was used as input device. It supports multitasking. Multitasking means user was able to do many tasks at the same time, means he was able to open multiple programs at the same time, but in previous generations user was not able to open more than one program at a time. As I already told, IC increased the speed and decreased the cost of computer because one IC chip contains many transistors in single chip. Computer become more smaller and they consume less power as compared to the first and second generation. As you see that in every new generation the speed of computer is becoming faster, the size smaller, and they are consuming less power. Fourth generation of computer. The time duration for the fourth generation of computer is 1971 till present, which means the computers that are being used nowadays are known as fourth generation of computer because they all are using the same technology that was invented at the start of 1971. Microprocessor is being used in these computers. Basically this is a very small chip and it contains millions of IC chips in a single microprocessor chip. GUI, graphical user interface, was developed and being used in this generation. GUI means Windows operating system like Windows 10, Windows XP, these are called GUI. These computers support multimedia softwares containing text, audio, video and graphics. Multimedia softwares, for example, Adobe Acrobat, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, in which you are able to make different types of images and you can create videos, etc. These computers can run all types of softwares developed in any modern programming language through Java, Python, C++. This is a textbook, page 11, page number 12. This is page 13. And this is for page number 14. What you have to do, your task after watching this video is to differentiate between second and third generation. What were the major technological differences between second and third generation and some other characteristics. The next one is you have to write down the main characteristics of fourth generation of computer. Main characteristics. Do not write the characteristics like the size was small and they consume less or more power. You have to write down the major characteristics, major changes that were used in the fourth generation of computers. Make the points for fifth generation of computer as I have illustrated in for the third, fourth and first, second generation of computers. There is a question given at the end of the chapter in exercise question number 2 part 2, and that question is write the difference between first and third generation of computers.